All right, fire away. You don't. I could hear you. I could hear you. Yeah, that's it. It gets awkward.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's when you come out of it. I mean, obviously it just ended, but like emotionally, like how do you process a game like this where you were so close at the home of the defending champs, but you still come away with a loss?
Yeah, I gave the girls a ton of credit on just how they responded. Right, it was a 30-point loss 2 days ago, and then again, attention to detail. They followed the game plan pretty much to a T, and so that's the team that we're looking for Tuesday. So just again, credit to them. The things that we showed them offensively, they executed, and then same thing defensively. I just got to do a better job. End of the game, calling exactly. I think I just told them we're gonna feel out one play that I really like. Haven't found it yet, but Julie and V, they called pretty much a lot of the things in the fourth, which I'm really proud of. Yeah.
And 25, or I guess, 25 of your 29 field goals were assisted in this game. How important was that as a part of the game plan today?
Yeah, we knew New York really liked to pack the paint, so we just had to get off the ball a little bit earlier and just seeing and keeping the game simple. Sometimes we do like to, make tight passes. I mean, any point guard likes to do that, but we just kept the game simple, moved the ball, and then that actually started to open up the rim, and that's when we get to the layups. Yeah.
Coach, a lot of your game offensively so far this year has been transition. I think
Yeah.
you came in fourth in the league in transition offense.
Okay.
What does it mean what did you learn about your team that you were competitive in this one? I think you ended up with like 4 fast break points for the night.
Yeah, we only had 4.
I believe so.
Okay, well, that's fine. I mean, still, we only lost the game by 5.
Right. So,
Yeah.
So it
So.
seems significant, right? That
Yeah.
you were able to be competitive in this environment.
Oh, you're saying it's a
Second,
positive.
Right.
Yeah. Now you're saying a negative. I was like.
No, I'm curious
Yeah.
to be competitive in a different way.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you thought you learned from your team on that.
That when we follow the game plan defensively, then we could beat anyone every night. That's why, again, our goal is to be number one in defense. I do think we can get there. I think 3 weeks, 30 days it's been that we've been together. So for me, very, very happy, very pleased that they're trusting us with the game plan, and then they're executing with all the effort and physicality, which most teams are bigger than us.
And just related to this, at the end of the game, it did not seem like you had a team that was comfortable with the moral victory. This did not seem like a happy group. And I'm just wondering how much that's a reflection of you, and how important you think that is to where your team is and where it needs to get to.
Yeah, I mean, we're all one family, so I think anytime we set our goals high, obviously we want to win every game. So at that expectation, then obviously we're going to be disappointed, and I want them to feel the pain. I told them, hey, we're going to have some short-term pain, for long-term results. So this is definitely painful. They were in pain on Tuesday. So hopefully they feel it, but understand we took so many positives from this game, and then moving forward, now we got to get ready for Minnesota. So quick turnaround. Yeah.
You mentioned attacking the rim. It seemed like a lot more of the offensive movement in this game.
Yeah.
Maybe that was driving effects.
Yeah.
How much of that was getting more comfortable in the scheme versus sort of the matchup with New York being thinner on the post?
Yeah, well, playing them the first time showed us how they wanted to defend us. We just kind of, sometimes playing teams for the first time, we don't know how they're going to defend us. So once we were able to figure out what they were doing, then we were able to get off the ball a little bit more, like I said, make things simpler, move the ball a little bit more, and then that opens up the rim. So, yeah.
Does that give you got more confidence going forward in terms of performance against teams you've already played?
I mean, we're always going to be confident, I think. It's just for, I think, me and my staff, it's just finding, that game plan that's really always going to fit in terms of how we're going against a specific defense. So every game is pretty much, like a puzzle, and we just got to figure it out. So appreciate the girls, trusting.
Couple of things. Just
Yep.
what did you see out of Monique tonight? As far as did she seem all the way back to you?
Yeah. She said, she's not fully 100%, but that was fine. She's like, Coach, I really, really want to play. She actually wanted to play on Tuesday, but I said, hey, let's pick health first. But we miss her energy, right? We miss her rim rolling. We miss her rebounding. And so her and Julie, I think they were just like this in pick and roll. So it was really nice to see just her energy and offensive rebounding.
And just the flip side with Tip Page, any reason we didn't see her?
Yeah.
Kind of where she's at.
Yeah, we're just, again, I want to make sure she feels 100% comfortable. So once she gives me the nod, then, yeah. But she's feeling good. She's feeling really good. Yeah.
What Chechi bring you guys today?
What'd you see? What'd you guys see? Yeah, 3-level score. Like I said, like her and Ja very similar, where they could score the rim, mid range, and 3. And yeah, she came in and did what we expected. That's what she's been doing in practice, and that's what I've known her for to do. That's what I wanted her on this team. And then I gave her the 3 at the end, and I knew she was going to shoot it no matter what. And yeah, that took some balls. Yeah.
And how different did New York seem to you without JJ? Like, how did it stress to you or clarify to you how important she is to what they do or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just getting to the rim, paint points obviously was big because they had 40 last game and then we kept them to 18, so that was nice. But Burke, she gives a different look. So now we're worried about her 3, her ability to catch and drive. She plays kind of like a big guard, so just a different 5 to play with. But like I said, I thought our girls really responded, whether JJ was going to be there or not. Yeah.
Also, you guys talked a lot about communication, and then
Yeah.
you had the 5-second violation at the end of the game.
Yeah.
What do you kind of learn from that moment, and what do you take away from it?
Yeah, we talked about V could have called a timeout or whatever, but I actually thought she released it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because as she released it, according to my ears, then Kev raised his hand. But again, it's what do you call it? It's just an opinion, so I don't know. I don't know if it was right or wrong, but I told V actually it looked good to me. But then she was ready to call a timeout, if possible. But yeah.
Two more, we have athletes waiting. Natalie, Nakase, Front Office Sports, good to see you. But I wanted to revisit something that you said earlier pre-game about Eurobasket and just preparing for some of your athletes to leave. As a staff, what is the challenge there, preparing for that and knowing you have to simultaneously build this rhythm, establish this rhythm, and know that you're about to lose, a number of players?
Yeah, no challenge. It's the same thing as building a team. So we just did this 30 days ago, right? So we've been watching film. We know certain players, hopefully, that we can bring in, that the players, if they choose to leave, again, we're giving them the choice, follow their heart to do it. It's the same thing. It's the same process. Yeah. So we enjoy challenges, though. That helps us. That just helps our mentality,
But it doesn't throw off, again, that synergy that you guys are developing.
We've been here together for 30 days. So we haven't even had our full 12 healthy yet in one game.
Yeah.
So kind of just bring it to the party. We're just adding more to the party, and, we'll figure it out, And that's what's great about the high character of our players. There's no onus of oh, she's leaving. Nah, we all know what to do when we're plugging in and plugging out players. And that's the beauty of our culture, and that's the beauty of our philosophy right now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Natalie.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.